What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Bleeves. Hit the like button, leave a comment, and hit the subscribe button if you like the content. But hear me to the end before you decide on that one, because we're going to talk Pepe today. Might be a little good, might be a little bad. I think everybody probably, for the most part, is still going to remain bullish on Pepe in the long term. But we have to at least consider opportunities where we fit in to make play, and is there money on the table to be made? So we're going to talk about that. We're going to look in on it, and let's kick it off. First, price action is currently trading at 501668 on Uniswap, and we've broken through some support levels. Now, this level, which is, I'm going to highlight that a little bit more down here, was broken and created some new lows. So we're going to have to at least consider that around 1124, 1125 might be a new floor. Now, if you're a maxi, or if you're being told by a maxi you'll never see those prices again, you saw them a couple days ago after being told you wouldn't see them again. So consider that there are some lows in here that you may not like, but that do exist. Now, after hitting those lows, the market went on a nice little reversal, brought itself all the way back up to around 2,000. So that puts us at a cap of around 2,000 locally, and we're now down 35 from there. So what is the next step? Well, if I'm trading, then what I'm going to do is look for a position down here at around 1520, 1530 to try to get back in and maybe ride it up into this position right here. Perhaps flip this a couple of times to try to accumulate a little bit more Pepe every single time. Now, this is a risk because it could drop, or it could also pump at any given time and you miss out on the pump. That's a decision you have to make for yourself. But what I'm doing right now is I'm waiting to accumulate more down here. I'm going to throw 5 ETH. We're going to see what happens down here. Pump it back up here. Hopefully we'll be able to sell off for a nice tidy profit, leave the profits in, take the original investment out, and then wait and see if it comes back down. If that does happen and it's picture perfect, then we've just continued to accumulate more Pepe. That's the path that I'm going to take. When you see a green like this right here, that could be, by the way, that the range, which is kind of in the, look, the range when it slows down, when trading volume slows down, goes to about 100. So it's possible that we're going to see it oscillate between 1650 and 1770 for the next little while, or breaks down here. Remember, there are levels to each one of these, and you can see there's a lot of trade volume at that 1650 level. So very possibly we're going to flip back and forth. Now, when you look at the holder count, 112,831. So we were at 108.5 last week. Then it went down to 106, and now it's back up to 112. So the accumulation does continue. When you're accumulating new hodlers, that does mean that most probably you've got a positive sentiment going on. Now, if those are long-term hodlers or short-term hodlers that don't have a whole lot of capital, then it doesn't mean that much. You have to be very specific in this. There are a lot of whales that have accumulated over here, which we're going to talk about, in fact. But moving on over here, this is the perpetual futures on MEXC, very much like the other Pepe chart over here. Not a whole lot of difference between either one of them, but again, there is some range here. Again, if you pop right here at the low end of the range, sell at the top up here, your initial investment, keep what you made off of it. Now you're letting it play itself back down. Looks like it is playing back down. Now the question is, the last time it came down into this area, it did dip down and create some new local lows. If that happens again, then it is possible that it could be a minute before you get it back. So be very careful when you're making this consideration, and realize that that could happen. But also remember that a quick reversal back up into the 2000s is also entirely possible. Now, remember, this played out and caused the all-time high. Then we saw this coming down here, and you were told by a lot of people, well, the all-time high is coming any day now, and you didn't see anything close to the all-time high. So you have to at least consider that maybe for the moment we've capped, and that we've got a trend formed here that we're going to have to break out of. Now, if that is the case, then you should at least consider that first, again, if we break out, then we're going to invalidate all of this. But if not, then you have to consider that we're probably going to be playing at these lower levels for a little while. And here's the thing, it's still it's a perfect opportunity for you to accumulate more. You know, the whole idea here is if you can take your initial investment and pick the right direction, and then take your initial investment out and then just accumulate and then wait for the dip, accumulate again and wait for the dip and accumulate again, when it comes back down here into this area and you have that big pump, then it's off to the races. And that life-changing move that you missed out on here and that pump that you've been chasing all this time, maybe, just maybe, you get your own little life-changing pump. So it's pretty easy. Now, why am I bullish and why would I remain bullish on it? Well, Look on Chain says that a whale exchanged 397,182 ape, 1.31 million for 748.2 million Pepe 1 hour ago. The buying price was $17.54. So a whale thought that 1.31 million at $17.54 was a decent price to take a chance on. So I would think that, look, you're always told in crypto to do what the whales do. So if the whale is accumulating, maybe we should be thinking about that too. The whale spent 45,094 ape and 134.9 ETH to buy 455 trillion ladies and sold the ladies for 267 ETH, which was 479,000, making an $86,000 profit. So if you do what the whales do, then you make the money, right? So this whale does seem to think that this price action is going to at least eclipse 1754 and was willing to risk $1.3 million. Right? So, and that person's down about $100,000 right now. Of course, you're never down until you cash out. So I do think that we're about to see another big run. So let me know what you think, though, in the comments down below. This is an opportunity for you to accumulate while the price action is moving sideways, because look, it's Pepe. It could go parabolic at any time and you get left behind. So again, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified of future content. This is not financial advice. My name is Bleeves. I'm always right. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you again very, very.
Whoa, another shot of the bullet. Loaded, got complex, cocking and pulling. That bottleneck look like the Loch Ness. What are we doing? I'm about to fall out, boy, and the proof's in the pudding. So, can we forget about the things I said when I was strong? I ain't mean to call you that. I'm ice cold like the keg the bartender tap. On another level like I'm fucking